Hello, and welcome back to 505 News, where we'll be exploring the potential abilities of hydrogen as a fuel source for cars. We have 4 experts on the topic here to answer your questions sent in via the SMS hotline. The first question, sent in by Sarah from Glen Waverley, asks, how does hydrogen make a car move? I've heard some people say that it burns it, while others use electricity. Anyone willing to take the floor?
All tickets, there are two different ways that hydrogen can power a vehicle, which the color seems to be on the red track with. The first way is through the combustion. Similar to a combustion vehicle, it burns the hydrogen through the compression and heat, which converts to mechanical energy, the rotational force that gets the wheel to spin. It's exactly the same as how a petrol car works, just replacing the petrol with the hydrogen. The second method is through a fuel cell, which is designed for generating electricity via redox reactions. Fuel cells work much like a battery, but in the case of hydrogen fuel cells, instead of having chemical reserves to get the electricity from, it has the hydrogen gas, different from physical combustion, and the reaction happening in the fuel cell are much less violent and a lot less energy inefficient. The electricity product is the cell then power the electromotor to drive the vehicle. It's similar to electric vehicle, but has the addition of the fuel cell and a hydrogen fuel tank as well as strategy battery.
So one is like a regular petrol car, and the other is like an electric one. What's so important about these hydrogen-powered vehicles?
I've got this one, thanks, Caleb. Hydrogen powered cars are a car of the future, though it's not quite like the Jetsons just yet. Unlike petrol and diesel cars that emit carbon dioxide and all other sorts of nasties into the air, hydrogen engines are able to run off fuel that can be sustainably sourced through renewable energy. To compare just how much cleaner hydrogen cars are in comparison to petrol cars, we need to look at how much CO2 is emitted from each vehicle for every 100 kilometers driven, and you would find that petrol cars emit up to 16 kilograms of CO2, and that hydrogen emits a CO2 equivalent of as low as 5.3. That's a 67% improvement. Unfortunately, petrol still ekes it out in terms of average price to drive this distance, but stabilizing and reducing renewable energy prices can turn the table on that one.
So hydrogen produces less CO2 than its petrol-powered competitor. Some of the viewers were wondering, is the combustion version or the electric version better? And how does it compare to petrol-powered cars in the long run?
Many people might agree hydrogen vehicles are better than traditional petrol cars. However, this answer is controversial. For hydrogen vehicles, according to a recent study, fuel-cell powered engines are 170% more efficient than combustion counterparts. However, neither produce any carbon dioxide emission, just water and nitrous oxide. But the storage of hydrogen fuel is a troublesome problem. Different from gasoline, hydrogen molecules are small. They have the potential to directly go through the containers. This process is called hydrogen permeation. It not only causes loss of hydrogen fuel but also causes defects in the crystal structure of the steel. Therefore, the endurance of hydrogen cars are shorter compared to petrol cars and have a higher requirement for the material of engine and the fuel tank. For these reasons, the cost of hydrogen vehicles is extremely high. Moreover, hydrogen gas needs electricity to produce via a process called electrolysis, which is just the reverse of what fuel cell does. The electricity generated can be from fossil fuel or renewable energy depending on where the producers get their energy from. If obtaining it from fossil fuel, the emission of greenhouse gas cannot be avoided. For the fuel cell to work, it requires electrolyte, often potassium or hydroxide. When electrolyte need to be replaced eventually, dealing with this toxic substance is also a cause of concern if everyone plans on transferring from petrol to hydrogen-powered vehicles. For these reasons, a number of people, including myself, still believe petrol cars are better.
I see. So what are the costs around owning one of these vehicles?
Well, currently in the automotive industry, there are only really two cars for sale here in Australia, the Hyundai Nexo and the Toyota Mirai. You can't actually own these vehicles as both of them operate on a 3-year lease deal. The Toyota Mirai sells for about $3,000 for the 3-year lease, and the Hyundai Nexo goes for around $99,000 for the 3-year lease deal too. This is usually tailored towards bigger organizations and government bodies, as they would run these vehicles in bigger fleets. Furthermore, both automakers have put forth they rather favor companies that actually would rather implement hydrogen solutions, as there's only really 12 hydrogen refueling stations in the whole of Australia. If you want a rough gauge on how much it would cost to buy and run these vehicles, in the UK, the Toyota Mirai goes for about $89,000, and the Hyundai Nexo goes for about $124,000. For the cost of hydrogen in Australia, our green hydrogen production goes for roughly about $4 to $6 per kilo. Now, to put that into perspective, that's roughly $20 to $40 per tank, which is amazing value anyways. Furthermore, the government has decided to put some money behind the production of green hydrogen, $8 billion to be exact, to further reduce these prices and expand on hydrogen infrastructure. So is owning a hydrogen vehicle worth it in today's world? Not yet. As much as the prices of hydrogen seem to smash petrol prices, the value of these vehicles are still unattainable by the majority of the Australian public. Of course, once proper infrastructure is put into place and supported, I could definitely say that hydrogen cars in the future will take up a good percentage of the cars on the road.
Hopefully in the near future, there will be advancements in technology to make these more sustainable hydrogen vehicles more available and even outshine petrol-powered vehicles once and for all. Thank you to the panelists for giving us these insights, and thank you to the viewers for joining us as we explored this innovative technology. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.